welcome back to Game with Kohath. Here we are at Magic Arena. Today is the day for the Arena Open, and so we've grind out a few games in sealed during the pre-release season, and we'd love to just jump in and play. I think I'm only probably going to jump into one queue for the Arena Open. I don't think I'm going to do multi-entry. In my understanding, with the Arena Open, you can do best of one or the traditional. We're going to choose traditional. Variants is just more covered over with traditional, which is nice. It goes for everyone, but I prefer to do it that way. Um, yeah, you can lose one game. The way that you make it to day two is you have to win all four games, and then you will end up getting a new card sleeve. You'll get the prize gems, and you'll move into day two. Day two is where the money is. Um, I don't really anticipate that I'll be competing for money, but I do just want to play and enjoy it. So I think here, day one traditional, we're going to go ahead and jump in using our gold coins here that we've been accumulating and see if we can put together some wins and enjoy a good sealed pool. So let's see how it takes us. We will go ahead and claim our new sleeves. Um, Interestingly, it didn't actually do like the whole pack opening thing. So, oh well. Um, hmm. Let's go ahead and take a look at our rares and mythics. That's how we'll start off. We're going to be a little bit more bare bones today. I'm not going to do deck lists on the side. So sorry about that. I just don't think that it's super possible in this format to do it well. Um, we've got channels, so we can go a little bit crazy. And our black rares are actually really solid, all four of them. Crackle of Power is very powerful as well. Double red, triple X, deal 5 damage each up to X targets. Funny enough, it goes really well with channel, especially if you have 4 mana. Just go ahead and kill your opponent. So that's interesting. Daemon Titan, it can work. It's not my favorite. Growth Spiral's fine too. Black is super interesting here, though. We're going to go ahead and throw all these cards into our board just to take a look at what we've got. So switch views here, see what we can find in terms of decent removal, because removal is a major piece of the game. Study Break is a good one. Kind of Professor I'd play. Pillow Drop I'd play. Pooh the Ages is very good. Burying Books Triple Love seems very good. And a Snow Day. Okay, so we've got expensive blue removal. Eliminate seems good. Duress. Hunt for Specimens is very much worth playing. Sorry. I still don't think this is worth anything, so we're not going to worry about that. 4 of sudden breakthrough, interesting. Our red removal is pretty weak. Explosive welcome. I'm not sure we're going to go that direction. Devouring Tendrils is very good. Removal. Mage Duel. Fracture is fine. I'm not usually running these. It'd be a sideboard card, in all honesty. Let's see. We do have 2 Prismari Pledge Mages, which are nice. Elemental Summoning, which is always good. Only have 1 Blood Researcher and 1 Witherbloom Pledge Mage, which I would hope to see more of those, especially in a deck that I think is going to go be strong. So it's a little weak, unfortunately. Zamone's very good. Eureka Moment's very good. Quantum Sculptor is very good. Interesting. So I actually kind of like the look of Sultai here, going black, blue, green, and building the best deck that we can. I don't think white is going to be where we want to be, nor red, even though Crackle of Power is probably the strongest card that we have. I do think that these cards are all very good, all of my blue-green cards. Environmental Sciences is interesting. I don't know if we main deck it or not. I'm going to put it in main deck just to see what we want to do. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and switch this to Sultai. We want the best cards that we can. Aerialist seems really good. I would play a Reject. Spectre is going to be good in this deck. Scared Colony will be good in this deck. Servant. Battle Researcher, Pledge Mage. Um, we're over where we want to be right now. That's a good sign. Hmm. Super cool Pledge Mage could be a decent card in it. Um, 3 mana, 2/3. It's just not gonna be good enough. We'll go ahead and put you in the deck. Um, Environmental Sciences, I think, comes out of the deck. Let's take a look here. What we've got. I want to see how many learn cards we have. Why did Village Rites populate as a learn card? Seems bizarre. We have one Hunt and one Poet's Quill. Okay. Interesting. So here we have Channel, and Channel just isn't going to do anything in the deck. So you're out. Growth Spiral's fine, just as a way to ramp up a little bit. Because if we are running these 4 removal spells, it's pretty significant. So here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish removal spells. Duress is worth playing, I honestly think. I 100% believe that. Reject, I think, can go. Go Blank can go. Croson Grip can go. Blood Researcher cares about when I'm gaining life. It works with Pledge Mage. Am I gaining life any other way? I have to sacrifice creatures. I don't really have creatures to sacrifice, though. I'm not sure that the 4-mana 11/10 is going to do it for me. Okay. Oh. 13 creatures. I think that's our creatures. So the 6 or 7 cards that need to be pulled are going to come from our non-creature bits here. Decisive Denial. I can choose to counter something, or I can choose to fight. It's another good removal spell. Essence Infusion, I think, is too weak. Village Rites, I think, is not great in our deck. I think, man, these really are 3 drops. So that does help our curve considerably. Looking at them as 5 drops is pretty hefty. I like getting a lot of cards because that's going to really turn on Zimone and let me draw more. Getting a lot of lands so I can draw more cards. I think I like looking at this a little bit more as a 4-drop versus the 1-drop. Huh. They kind of all work together pretty well. The Servant, I think, is the weakest card here. It does enter and give me 2 life, which is great, so it works well with Blood Researcher, but that's kind of it. 3 more cuts. I still think I want to cut 1 berry. And then, hmm, you know, I'm leaning on Growth Spiral here. I don't think that that makes the deck somehow. My two learn cards are Hunt and Poet's Quill. Take a look at my lessons. I think I've got some good lessons. Annihilation, Environmental Sciences would be fantastic. Spend Anatomy, Fractal Summoning, Elemental Summoning. I can play all of these cards. So the only card I can't play of my six is Spirit Summoning, and that's fine. Hmm. Oh, good. We went back to this. Oh well. It should be okay. Well, now we're worse. Hmm. What I don't like about this is it doesn't tell me that I have two of them here, or two here, or two there. Maybe Simone just isn't going to do it. That can't be right. I need the card draw. Maybe the answer is eliminate. Mage Duel is not X blue green blue green. All right. I'm going to submit this. Well, Magic Arena seems to be crashing, so let me restart MTGA and we'll come right back in to finish our deck build. Okay, let's see here. Get to build our deck from scratch again, so hopefully we can end up doing it. Oh, I hope we have the same pool. It looks like we do. Okay. That. Okay. So I know we're running Sultai here. We're running two of these. We're running Aerialist. We're running Snow Day. We're using Valentin Eliminate. I think might be the card I'm going to pull here. I'm not super sure if I've decided. Oh, interesting. I didn't put Field Trip in. I need Field Trip in the deck. Why would that not have made the deck? I'm kind of glad we're being forced to go back in and look at this. Um, let's see. All right, puts us at 43. Ugh. Sometimes I wish this just worked a little bit better. Oh, I don't have any lands. I have Archway Commons. I'll play one. Pretty content to play one Archway Commons here. In this deck, three colors, I think it's pretty helpful. Um, okay. Field Trip was not in the deck before. I did have three buried in the books. I think Field Trip is worth playing. Um, let's see. What were we going to pull? I was considering Mage Duel, perhaps, since you need a creature in order to actually make that work. Um, it's very conditional. I think that's the weakest of the removal I have. We'll pull it, and I gotta be careful about how I use the Baleful Mastery. It'll be very good against some of the bigger creatures that I just can't deal with otherwise. It's a very important card in our deck. I think we do want to pull Duress. This is going to be a 4-drop. These will be 3 drops. It feels right to play 17 here, I think. We're going to be done. We're going to take 16. And we're going to try it like that. I think this is our deck. So let's see what we can do and jump right in. And, I hope this deck really does wonders. I hope we have a good time with it. So let's go ahead and submit this and jump into game one. Game one here in the Arena Open Day 1, playing traditional sealed. Something stuck in my eye. So this is going to be a lot more competitive play than what we played otherwise, where it was kind of just playing around. Today's opponent will be Isuka. Isuka, good luck and have fun. Ooh, we get to play first. Happy to do so. A 1-lander. We're mulliganing 2 lands. We will keep, and we will put Eureka Moment to the bottom for now. Feels like we're starting to drop frames here for a moment, so hopefully not, but I'm not in a place that I can actually stop it to jump back in. I like this playmat. I haven't seen this one before. Alright. Pass our turn. I don't think there's anything I can do to turn it off. Opponent's learning. Get their hunt for specimens here. They find expanded anatomy. Sure. We're kind of having a bad go of it here. We're going to pass our turn. Turn 3, haven't missed land drop, but we haven't got our green sources. It's a little bit awkward. Hopefully draw a green source here. Oh, it's something. We're going to tap a blue here. We are just so far behind at this point. It's not good. I don't have any removal in hand. I need to get something on the battlefield. Opponent likely has a removal spell for it, which is fine, but I can't afford just to let it just sit in my hand without getting it on the battlefield. Here, Decisive Denial. I can. It wouldn't be great removal, but I could destroy the pest, I suppose. Trade the pest for my rare. But next turn, I can end up playing Blood Researcher and attacking in, gaining a life. It's at least something. Campus Guide. They're going to put a land on top of their library. Opponent does, puts a swamp on top. We get the Witch here. I think we're behooved in playing the Blood Researcher, attacking in, growing it to a 3/3. We don't have the 2 mana to pay for Valentin, unfortunately, because I imagine they're going to have a removal spell for the Blood Researcher. But at the moment, if they don't, I stop their attacks, which is nice. Well, soak up a little bit of damage here. Opponent we have squared up. Yep. Mostly anticipated. Opponent Mage Duels here. Clears my board. We are in trouble. Okay. That's something, but I imagine we still have removal to deal with. We'll pass our turn, holding up our 5/5 here. Hopefully your opponent's used up their removal now. We've drawn into lands well enough, which is nice. Next turn we can Witch and Colony. We can also Decisive Denial, which is likely worth it. It's an instant spell too, which is nice. What does the opponent have? I'm playing into something here, but I don't know what it is. Village Rights. Okay, that's fine. Totally fine with Village Rights. Get the permanent off the battlefield. Prophecy. Okay. Two to the top. That is not what I wanted to see. We are going to play the Witch here. We're going to go ahead and get in for 5. We're going to hold up Decisive Denial because I imagine what they're going to try to do is Expanded Anatomy on something, and then I can Decisive Denial against the creature, which will be very, very good. Here they're getting Karok Wrangler, which will be the creature I kill immediately. Then get in with the Colony. I'm not going to block. But I will go ahead and make this happen, get a 1/1 out of the deal, have it block the Colony, reserve my life total a little bit. Into life. Got a pest. Yes, opponent. Killed 3/3. Go ahead and preserve life total here. Lose a 1/1, gain a life. Okay. And then here, we're going to attack in with both. Unfortunately, our pinch on green mana is hurting us considerably. Yep. Interesting, not blocking. Okay, I must have him scared. That's fine with me. Alright, we're going to gain the life. We'll play a 1/1 Flying Death Touch. And we'll pass our turn. Opponent draws for turn. It's their cards. Sitting on 6 mana at the moment. These turn on at 8. The 4/5 with reach, sure. And they're going to pass their turn. We're going to play Zamone. And I think we'll go ahead and pass. Ideally, what we end up getting is some lands, and we can actually continue to turn Zamone on, which would be nice. Opponent's looking at anatomy. Puts anatomy on the Archivist. It's fine. I will happily trade off Drake for the Archivist. Mage duel my Pledge Mage. Yep, can't stop that. Eye twitch. Okay. We don't really have any recursion in our deck, which is a little unfortunate. We're going to take the 2 here. Happy to play the Scared Colony. I don't particularly want to trade them off. But I can. So Scared Colony should keep Eye Twitch from attacking in unless they just want to learn, which they're welcome to take. I'm not going to block Scared Colony at the moment. Emergent Sequence. That might cause me to care a little bit more about it. The Needlethorn Drake is doing a good job holding back the Archivist. So is this just going to be 2 mana 1/1? Okay. 2 mana 1/1 isn't the worst. Past summoning. Yep. Well, the opponent's taking care of a lot of my best cards, and so I'm left here with some of my worst cards, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay. So we should be able to Pledge Mage. And Colony. We're both hellbent here. We'll pass our turn. Opponent's in a better position here. They're gaining life each turn. We're just kind of treading water at the moment, hoping that we can draw into lands fast enough, draw into bigger spells fast enough, because now they've got a 4/4, and that's problematic. Unfortunately, I would have to trade off completely. And I don't want to do that. But I'm tired of the Scared Colony getting in, so we're going to 2-for-1 ourselves here, I think. Then we keep a 4/4 back. That'll be good. Opponent's going to be pretty happy with that trade, but I can't just keep taking the damage from the Scared Colony. Devouring Tendrils. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. When it dies, you gain 2 life. Does Devouring Tendrils work with Death Touch? Yes, because creature you control deals damage. So my Drake should be able to kill the Archivist here. Get another Pest. They will go ahead and activate the Archivist, I believe. Then I'm going to gain 2 life, which is great. We're going to wait, but we will draw cards on opponent's instep. Or card, I suppose. But this is where Zamon's going to come in handy. That we're both kind of hell bent. We're going slow. should be able to draw into something pretty sizable. We haven't hit any of our removal really, so we're not far from being able to crush into the opponent, which is what we want to do. Opponent here, they're just going to pass through, I believe. We'll pay 4 and draw a card. Baleful Mastery, okay. I don't want to use that here, but I am very happy to have a Baleful Mastery. Very content to have Spectre of the Fens here. It's 2/3 flyer. And we will pass our turn. Because now Spectre can begin attacking in. They will probably sacrifice their Eye Twitch for it, which is fine. I could exile it, but I anticipate them getting stronger creatures sooner or later. Interesting. I don't know what the opponent's doing here, but pretty content just to kill stuff. I don't need to kill Eye Twitch. Because I should be able to deal a decent amount of damage here. Wonderful. I think we want the removal spell now. We will put this on the Witch. And yep, attack all. No sense in not. I was looking at the Spectre, but I can't do anything about it. Alright, they're going to block the 2/2. Hit him for a bunch, gain 4 life, pass turn. Opponent draws, gets in. Nope. They're trying to decide. I think they want to keep the Eye Twitch back so they don't have to kill it. You can make an exile. Hmm. We're gonna all attack again. Keep Needlethorn Drake back. It's a good defensive spell. We'll let the opponent get their lesson on here. They're not gonna get their lesson on. Uh-huh. Interesting. We'll go ahead and cultivate. This might be the wrong play, because if opponent has board wipe, I could be in trouble. But we're going to take a forest here. Thin our deck a little bit more, as well as just get the cards that we want. Let's move it over to Drake, and we'll pass. Okay. Yep. We'll go ahead and bury that. They have the Eye Twitch, so they can get their card, but I think it might be too little too late. And also Baleful Mystery. As a matter of fact, I don't want to. I did, but I think there's nothing the opponent can do here. They're going to block the flyer. Okay. Good game, opponent. Wow, what a game one. I really thought that we were hosed there. We ended up getting into a lot of our removal as we moved through the game. Whew. Um, what other cards do we want, though? Are there other cards that we want? Um, hmm. They're gaining a decent amount of life. I kind of think I want Duress over Snow Day, which seems insane. Snow Day is really good, but if I can interact with them early in the game, I think we're going to be a little bit better off. Let's try that again. We almost get hosed there, though. Like, we were having a really hard time with our mana. And so, hopefully, as we start this next game, we won't have quite that same dilemma, and hopefully we won't have to mulligan. But um, had a good game there. Suka, you did play a good game. It was fun. I imagine Suka's going to choose to play first here. Oh, the stadium is empty. No one wants to be here for this. I'm pretty happy with this hand. We have the colors we need. We have early removal. Um, very solid. All right. Opponent leaves on forest. I do a swamp. Plays another forest. We're going to bring out Archway Commons here. Now we get the colors we need no matter what happens. Opponent brings out Swamp, Dark Ritual, Pledge Mage. An early Pledge Mage. What can I do against an early Pledge Mage? Hmm. Let's get Silvercore Pledge Mage down, because potentially I can gain life back if we need to. That might be fast enough that we just can't do anything about it, but I hope not. Take our 5. See, here's a match that Eliminate just looks very poor in. Hunt for specimens, sure. It's going to keep me from doing much unless I draw another untapped land. Alright. Exile target non-land permanent. I can make it 4/3, which isn't that fantastic. Um, hmm. Yeah, we're in trouble here. We're gonna go ahead and get Poet's Quill down. And probably take Environmental Sciences here, because we're going to need more lands. No attacks. I also could have played Scourge Colony there and just double blocked on the Pledge Mage. Chose not to, and that could have been a problem because I'm down to 9 here. Man, that Dark Ritual eats me alive. Okay, we got 4 mana. Hmm. Let's attach Poet's Quill to the Pledge Mage. Let's play Environmental Sciences, gain 2 life. We will choose um, Flying, I suppose. I think we need more green sources here. Let's take the green source. We'll go ahead and get in for 4. Gain 4 of our life back. Opponent here, probably annihilate my Pledge Mage. Would be my guess anyway. Cogwart Archivist, okay. Getting for 5. Yep. Okay. What do we do? So I can eliminate that, and then unfortunately I can trade. I'm in trouble no matter what I do here. But here, I think what we want to do, we want to get rid of the pest. We will give you flying, whatever. We want to mage duel and have you target the pledge mage. Trade him off. And then we'll play Scared Colony here. So gain some life, get rid of a 5/5. Archivist gets in for 4. We're not going to block. Opponent does nothing. Put on battlefield tapped. Yeah, okay. I'm content with that play. Go ahead and get a forest out. We will take the Introduction to Annihilation this time, just to have it in hand. We'll equip our Scared Colony, and we'll get in for 3. We're gaining life back here. Opponent is draining life, which is good. They've got 8 mana. They've got a Scared Colony themselves coming down. Here, we're going to Mage Duel, so I'm going to gain 3 more life, but then take 5. Could be worse. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, I don't have a 1-drop. If I had a 1-drop, that'd be great. Yep. We're going to play this, and we're going to go and get a blue source from the battlefield. And then we'll pass our turn as a 3/4. I could have made it a 4/5, and so it could be curious why I didn't do that. But I want to hold a Barium Books here, because I imagine they're going to use their Annihilation. It's just my guess. Okay. We should lose 2 life. They draw 2 cards. Opponent. This is another grindy game. Again, I feel like the opponent has the edge, but I mean they're holding a removal spell, so that really helps them, and I hope that we can keep. I hope that we can end up drawing into some of our removal spells. Baleful Mastery. We've already used Eliminate, but Mage Duels, those sort of things, would be really fantastic. Like Mage Duel now would be really great because I can do something with it. Alright, they're getting in for both of these. We're going to go ahead and put the Archivist into their deck. Opponent's looking at it, trying to figure it out. They're tinning it. Okay. 4/1/1s. We're not going to block the 4/4. Okay. Now, what I think we will do is we'll get Pledge Mage down. And I honestly, I wish that I had the Poet's Quill on it already, but it's okay. We're going to have this creature fight this creature. So I gained a life on it, killed off a 4/4. Seems pretty solid. No attacks. We're hanging tight on 7. Opponent's got a 5-mana removal spell, so I imagine we'll see it come down here. Get rid of my Pledge Mage. Then they'll probably get in and deal me 3 damage. Be my anticipation. Draw a land. Land wasn't what I really wanted. Okay. Aerialist is not going to be the greatest defender here. Go ahead and put you on. Play you. Play Zimone. I think I do attack for 4, because that gets me some more life back that I didn't already have. If they want to attack in, I can continue to dwindle down their pests, it's fine. They got a 9/9. Happy to eliminate that. I'm going to put a stop here. I shouldn't do that, should I? I don't think I should. But we're going to block 1 here. It dies, they gain a life. Good stuff. We're going to equip this to the Waterfall Aerialist. We're going to go ahead and get in for 4 in the air. Gain 4 life. Play our Swamp. Exile the Fractal. And then we will pass our turn. I can activate Zimone on opponent's instep to put our island in play. Not that it's really that matters so much. Maybe I should put the Poet's Quill on one of my untapped creatures. The Poet's Quill, I think, is what's winning me this game. Very, very strong. Yep. I do think we're going to go ahead and draw a couple more cards off of her. So we'll draw 3 total. Wow. Wow. Terrible draws, huh? I think we want to get in for 4 here. I think holding back is the wrong decision. Unfortunately, the ward isn't going to be super protecting here because the opponent does have 9 mana. Looks like they have a way to give it reach. Oh, no, they're sacking it to learn. Another removal spell? They're searching. Necrotic Fumes. Yep. So it's a sorcery speed, so they're still going to take the 4 here unless they have another play. I'll go ahead and move the Quill over to Quanarch's Cultivator. So if they want to get in, they have to hit that one, but I think they really want to get rid of the flyer here. But the Quill's what's eating them alive. And then Zamon's going to make sure that I can keep ahead of them by drawing cards nonstop. So they do have 3 cards they kind of want to get rid of. High incentive. Great. Now we'll go ahead and bump the Quill over to Cultivator. I don't know what the opponent's thinking about here, or what they're holding up. Less than 12 minutes remaining. Alright. End turn. Is that 12 minutes left in mine, or is that 12 minutes left in your opponent's? Hopefully not mine. I feel like I'm doing a good job. Oh yeah, my timer doesn't have anything. I've got 13 minutes left. Alright, they sacked 1, draw 2 cards. Seeing what they can find. Here. Okay, that was their instant. Now they draw. You got 1 pest left. You got 2 lethal threats on the field. Karok Wrangler, it's a very good card. Now you're going to Necrotic Fumes. Because this is going another creature? Nope, target creature. So make the Karok Wrangler 4/4. Seems good. Oh no! Oh, opponent. They don't have the mana to hit the Aerialist, because it's going to cost 3 mana for the Necrotic Fumes, and then the Ward costs 2 mana. Opponent just lost the game. Bummer. Unless they have something else, but from what I can see, I think the opponent just lost the game. Wow. Incredible. Opponent is timing out here. I wonder if they're just pissed off and salty. I don't know what the opponent's doing. They played the Karok Wrangler and it was going to be a great play if they had the mana, but they can't kill the Aerialist here. So I think they're just timing out and just frustrated. Sorry, Asuka. I really think you played a great game. I've appreciated the games. Um, Hopefully we can play again in the future sometime. But let's see. You may still have Eliminate could work, right? Nope. A 2 mana removal spell. I'm not sure. Yeah, opponent salty here. That's disappointing. If you play the game, recognize that there's variance and that different cards just match up differently. It makes sense to get frustrated sometimes when you're playing, but it's disappointing and it really will give a pretty bad flavor in people's mouth whenever they constantly deal with something like this, where it feels like um, the opponent really is just salty and they're just done with it and they're going to let the game finish out how they want. But in the end, a super good game. I hope that you enjoyed it overall, and I apologize that it just didn't work out for you this game. Better luck next time, friend. That's it for us here. We're 1-0 in our traditional day one, which is great. We're getting 1,000 gems back, which is pretty fantastic. But yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to cut the video here and then jump back in for game 2 here in just a moment. Okay, so on to game 2. What do we think about our deck? I think it's pretty good. I think we got a little lucky on that matchup too. I think that the opponent had a really good hand. We were just able to stall them out a little bit, and we were able to draw into our removal, which was good. But we didn't start with our removal in those games, which was a little frustrating. Um, oof. I think we'll keep it, but we really need a green source here. Church and Destroy. Good luck and have fun. I assume they're a Metallica fan, based on Search and Destroy. Play out Swamp Island. Opponent's also on Swamp and Plains. Oof, we're hurting here. Play our third island. Mountain, Mardu. Sparring Regiment. What is this? When it enters the battlefield, learn. Whenever you attack, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay. Well, I do believe we have removal for that, which is good. Actually, I know we do right now, and we're going to go ahead and get it too. We'll take a force on the battlefield, and we're going to take Annihilation here. Because that card is too good to leave on the battlefield, so we will go ahead and remove it. Unfortunately, giving the opponent a card. Well, actually, yeah, we'll actually go ahead and get Simone down because we can end up ramping a little bit harder. If they attack in, I can bury it in books, which is fine. I don't particularly like that. Oh, yes. So I can decisive denial it, but they have everything for it. Simone's gone. So I went for a high upside play. Got a little punish there, but it's not the end of the world. We'll go ahead and throw that into our library, so the Sparring Regimen does nothing. They bring down another Stonebound Mentor. It's fine. Go ahead and get rid of the Regimen. Give them no value out of that. We do need some creatures here. I do have Decisive Denial, so I can counter a spell, but we are in need of creatures. Opponent's up to 6 mana. Gets in for 3. I'll take it. Their follow-up play is Elemental Summoning. I will be very happy to counter that. Great. We end up drawing into Snow Day here. It is an instant speed spell, so we're going to pass. See if they play it on a creature first main phase, which would be fine. Cool. And then as they go to attacks, we're going to Snow Day, targeting those 2 creatures. We're going to draw 2 cards, and we will pitch the Swamp. Ugh. It's awkward, too, that we didn't have any campuses, because I would love to be scrying now with all the lands we have. Cultivator seems okay. Yes. We will take an island, I suppose. And here we will Devouring Tendrils, a Stonebound Mentor. Gain 2 life. And then we will Mage Duel, a Stonebound Mentor. Okay, so not a bad couple turns here. We've kind of emptied off what our opponent's doing. Haven't seen any major cards from the opponent, so it's a little bit concerning. Opponent plays land for turn and passes through their steps. We're going to go ahead and get in for 3. We're going to hold our land here, just make the opponent think that we have something. Which, of course, we don't, but we have plenty of lands on the battlefield already. We really ramped hard this game. Opponent revitalizes, grows their eager first year, draws a card. And then a heated debate, our cultivator, grows their first year again. Yep, gets in for 4. Okay. We draw. Poet's Quill. You can go ahead and play that out. They could have artifact enchantment removal, and that would suck, but we do need to go ahead and play this. See what we can learn. Find something worth playing. I guess we have Fractal Summoning. Wow. They did have a mono-colored permanent. I mean, that's a good card. 4/4, put X 1/1 counters on it. Whereas right now it'd be 6, 7. So it'd be 5/5. 5/5 seems very strong. Oh, and it can be 6/6 too, because our other force in hand. Great. So we're going to put 6 counters on it. Autopay. Give ourselves a 6/6. Say go. Would have been nice to have Poet's Quill still around, but it is what it is. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Yep. Hopefully we can get something that can stick on the board, because opponent is using their stuff pretty quickly. Their removal, but okay, opponent. Let me tap. Thank you. Alright. We're in trouble here though. We have no creatures. Opponent's we've gone through a lot of spells though. Holy smokes. We've only seen like 2 creatures. Ardent Dust Speaker is also very good. Oof, Sedgemoor Witch is okay. I don't have a follow-up to it though. Sign of Blood, yep. Yikes. They find a removal spell? Interesting, okay. So they're going to deal 7, they're learning. Whatever they learn, they can play. Is it going to be the Spirit Summoning? Inkling Summoning. Yep, that's bad too. Getting in for 8 here. They're going to put something on the bottom of the library, and they're going to exile 2 cards. Umbral, Juke, and Swamp, they can't play them. So I guess they stay exiled, which is nice. And nothing I can do here. So, good game, Church and Destroy, hopefully. I can put up a better fight next game. Hmm. Opponent's got a lot of removal. Because they have so much removal, Village Rites feels a little bit better. Snow Day feels a bit worse. Duress feels okay. I like Eureka Moment. I just don't think that's what I wanted that game at all. I really want to increase my removal. We had Croson Grip. Okay. Because their enchantment is very strong. I don't particularly want to deal with it. Mage Duel's really good in this matchup actually as well. Burying Books is fine, but the hard removal feels a little bit better, and it's a little bit cheaper. Which case, I think maybe want to cut back one island and increase one forest. Okay. Anything else that we want here? Fracture is another one, but we're not in white at all. So I think this is a good set. So let's run that back and see what we can do with it. Church and Destroy just jumped back in. I imagine they had very few changes to make, whereas we had more than typical in a limited game. So very happy to play first 3-mana, very strong hand. I'm pretty happy with this. This looks like a great Witherbloom hand. I don't know if we'll actually get to Witherbloom or get to the win here, but I do hope that we can put up a good game against Church and Destroy. Opponent leads on Swamp. We're able to get 4 Swamp down, play Scared Colony. We were missing so many creatures in that first game, which was rough because opponent was not missing their removal at all. Opponent gets a Plains down. In the tank here, Demonic Tutor. It's a very good card. Go ahead and tell them nice. Some pretty awesome art too. I like it. Okay. We're missing our green, or our blue, which sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and get in for 2. We'll play Blood Researcher. I don't know what they tutored for. I hope it was just a land. But my guess is they have a removal spell here for the Blood Researcher. We don't have a way to gain life immediately anyway, so it's not the end of the world for us. It is a very strong card later, though. Yep, we got another Scared Colony. Play that. That should help us protect our Blood Researcher as well, because now we can counter it. Plays another Swamp, and Umbral Juke. No. They may still have Lash here. They don't, okay. Go ahead and get a 5/5 down. Continue to show them plenty of threats. Hopefully the opponent gets a creature down. If they get a creature down, then I can gain and kill something, gain some life, get in for 8. Wonderful. That is exactly what I want. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Gain a life, grow my Blood Researcher, get in for 8. Play a Plains and say go. Plays Mountain. Stonebound Mentor. Sure. We'll play a Pledge Mage here. Yep. Send both in. They block the 5/5. Take 3. Now, Duress is great because Duress is going to trigger Blood Researcher. It's going to make the Silver Quill fly. Okay. Alright, good game. Opponent was a little stunted there. We were having some really good curves. So we're going to run it back here. Again, we're 1-1 here. In this match, very, very good match with Church and Destroy. Oh boy. I don't know what the opponent sideboarded. Maybe they thought we weren't heavy creatures, so they took out some of their creature removal, which is totally fine with me. We did bring our curve down a little bit, which I think helped us, especially against this aggressive deck. Some of those bigger spells, Berry and Snow Day, are very strong, very good, but in aggressive matchups, it might sometimes just not fast enough. So having the mage duels and other things a little bit lower help quite a bit. Um, Opponent is deciding to play first, I imagine. We have a hand that is not keepable. We're going to keep this. We're going to put Pledge Mage to the bottom. Would really like to draw into a Swamp here. Swamp would be the best card for us. However, we draw into a Forest. We play a Forest. Opponent's got a 0/1, but this card can really go off. They're duressing me. Growing their guy. Probably going to take duress. It's the only option they had. So that's disappointing. Defiant Strike. Go ahead and make it a 5/5 now. Ouch. Okay. Poet's Quill would be really fantastic. Hopefully I can draw a Swamp. Sign in Blood. I think my best draws here are Swamp Swamp. Hmm. We're in trouble here. We're stumbled on land. We're not getting the colors we need. This could be the end for us. Opponent has a 3/3. Okay, we do get Swamp here. We're going to go ahead and Poet's Quill, and we're going to get Environmental Sciences. We're going to go ahead and cast Environmental Sciences and get I have double green, right? Yes, okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get a Swamp. We're not going to attack, and we'll sit back. Next turn, being able to put Poet's Quill on the colony and play out a Blood Researcher will be really strong for us. We're not blocking the 3/3. Let's go ahead and put this down here. Play a Blood Researcher. Get in for 3. They have a removal spell here. It wouldn't surprise me. They did not. Okay. Opponent's in their first main phase here. Plays a Mountain. Plays Mage Hunter's Onslaught, targeting Blood Researcher. They knew I had it. They're waiting for it. I'm going to take 8 here, so that's very painful. However, I can now play Lisette, get in for 3. I will pay the 1, go ahead and grow both of my team here. So I've got a 5/5 and a 4/4. Lisette is a major bomb. We'll see if the opponent has another good removal. I certainly hope they don't. I think we play Pledge Mage here. And we pass. See what the opponent wants to do. Okay. We're going to pass our turn. The reason is because we don't have great attacks. They double block on Lisette and Scurrid Colony, which isn't fantastic. And And so if they double block the Scared Colony, then I just end up losing it. If I put it on the set, potentially that could have been good, but also they could have any trick to turn a Lumimancer, and hit us pretty hard. So the set's worth protecting a little bit here. Hopefully draw a removal spell, see if we can get rid of something on their side of the board, give us a little bit more confidence in what we're going to end up seeing and doing. I'll play Aerialist here. Now, Aerialist presents a major problem to the opponent. We'll go ahead and play out another Scared Colony too. Why not? Because here, I think we want to be aggressive. Because they can't triple block Scared Colony. They can double block the set and chump Witherbloom. They're just in a lot of problems right now with only 10 life. Us gaining 4 life is pretty significant. They're lashing Luminancer to make it a 4/1. It's a pretty strong play. I like that. Okay. That's great for me. So they're going to take 9 here. I'm going to gain 4 life. And then I do still get to use Lisette's ability. That's pretty strong. Okay. Opponent. Beaming Defiance gives it a 2/2 and indestructible. All right, good game, opponent. Wow, after that first game, I really didn't think that we were going to make it much further. Wow. Okay, so we're 2-0. So really good, exciting matches there. I think that one was pretty solid. Of course, it does feel like the competition is much higher here. Certainly, it feels like a weightier thing. I feel my heart beating a little bit, but overall, deck's playing well. We're playing well. Hopefully, we can kind of keep this momentum up and continue to see us progress through the day. I would love to make day 2. I honestly didn't think that would be super possible, but now that we're 2-0, that sounds exciting. Granted, you have to be 4-0 in order to make day 2, so you have to go undefeated. Here we are waiting on the Magic Arena server, and as you can see, they're having a pretty hard time. Perhaps that's the downfall of having decent and exciting events on the server at the same time. But hopefully it catches up here and awards us our win. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about the deck? What do you think about the different pieces that we put together? Would you have built the deck the same way, looking at the cards that we had? Was there anything that you think I should have really been forcing and making fight for? Perhaps that Crackle power. A double red card? Should I push for that? Should I have gone Gruul to go channel with it and really just blow out players potentially on turn 4? What do you think? What's interesting to you as you continue to look at this and think about it and play with it? Goodness. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording here, and we'll come back for game 3 if the server ever catches up. But yeah, really enjoying it. See you in a few minutes. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump in here for game 3. We finally got the server back connected to our computer, so that was good. Really surprised by how well our deck's playing. I really thought last game would have been a little bit more difficult for us. That game 1 was. It was really, really potent matchup. So hopefully we can continue to see our deck pull together some wins here. Playing some really good opponents. Really enjoying it. We're going to play first against Toad's Glutch. Good luck and have first, Toad's Glutch. I think we'll keep. This seems totally fine. We don't have a blue for Decisive Denial, but that's fine. We do have a 2-drop that we can play. That's a little worse. Do need mana, because any mana lets us field trip, which would be fantastic. Um, no mana means that we don't field trip and that we stay behind on lands. So that's bad news. Opponent's deep in Orzhov, they got 3 mana up. Considering what to do, I imagine we see a Pledge Mage come down. It's a typical 3-drop for the Silver Quill deck. It's interesting how big the pet is versus the people here. We're going to go ahead and batch in for 2. We're going to play another Scared Colony because we drew a 2-drop, which is great. Opponent does have removal that's guaranteed. I'm considering using it now or not. My guess is they have an Umbral Juke. That's why they kept up the 3 mana, just to try to make me sacrifice something I didn't care about or I did care about. Now they have 2 of the same. Umbral Juke's a little bit worse. It's fine, but of course, just weaker. Both of my Scared Colonies are 17 miles away from ever turning into 4/4s. Expelling the Scared Colony. Why did you take the damage if you're going to expel? Okay. Plays a Swamp, and opponent passes. Great. We do have a Swamp here. We're not going to play it yet. I want the opponent to think that we're stuck on land still. But this will be very beneficial to us. That it pops us up to 4 and we get a blue source. That'll be pretty key. There we go. I thought they had an Umbral Juke. They're trying to figure out what to do with it. Let's go ahead and field trip here. Oh, I can't get a blue source. I can only get a green source. Well, that's okay. It's environmental sciences. I think having capacity to get more lands is going to be necessary in this matchup. Augusta is problematic, especially the first year. Okay. Here, we're going to Witch and Sciences. Give ourselves a Pest. Get another blue source. So the blue source here is actually pretty great because we can Snow Day then, which is quite helpful. We also have Decisive Denial, which I wish we would have had up. So they're making me sack it, which is quite unfortunate. Bummer. Imagine they tap on both, just getting stronger. Oh, they don't at all. Okay. We're going to take the punch there, unfortunately. It's not the best. It's just something. We do want to go ahead and hit Professor Onyx here. Certainly they play a creature here. What have they been? Manatide and Swamp. Okay. Well, don't have a great capacity to kill Professor Onyx, but we'll try. It's a little awkward, isn't it? In fact, since I didn't already do it. Yep. Let's Pledge Mage here. and wait till next turn. If I do that, I don't have another green source. Yeah, we'll end our turn. Holding up Decisive Denial. What we do want to do is kill Professor Onyx. It's pretty necessary. Yep. They keep hurting themselves, but they're getting the best card off the top of their deck each time, which is certainly beneficial. Opponent choosing, and they will then Shale and Alan Shieldmage. Two very good cards. That means they get something very good in their hand. My guess is Extus. I kind of hope it is. I'd like to Denial Extus. You can attack in. I am not going to block that. Go ahead and take the 2. Yep, go ahead and take the 3. No blocks. Shield Mage here. They've got the 3 to pay for it, so can't do much about that. Fortunately, Mage Duel, while good, it will still get me killed. And play this. Play Pledge Mage. Denial. Is that what I want to do? Well, I have to. I can't use Mage Duel right now. Denial. We're gonna fight the Shield Mage. We'll take the 3 damage. We're gonna give Flying to Pledge Mage. Get in and kill Professor Onyx. Lifelink would be pretty sweet, but I think here we have to choose Flying just to get over Professor Onyx, over to Professor Onyx and kill it. Opponent has some sort of removal here. They're trying to find a way to kill my creatures. Okay. Now they know what I've done. Okay. Flyer's dead. Study break, tapping my creatures. A bit disappointing, but that is what it is. Mage Duel will be pretty good here next turn because I can give it Flying again. Ugh. Summoning. Yep. No attacks. I can Needlethorn Drake, Mage Duel, give Silverquill Pledge Mage Flying, bash in, and kill Onyx. It's taking quite a lot of my effort and energy to kill Professor Onyx here. Yep. But the fact that they're going to drain me for 2 life every spell, I can't really have that. Really surprised they're not playing Summoning here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. They're holding Extus in hand. We are going to block here, preserve our life total mildly. Interesting. What do I do? Exodus will ruin Mage Duel. Okay. You have another Expel or something? It's Drake. Um, Go ahead and Mage Duel here. Give you flying. Probably another Study Break. Doomblade. Disappointing. Hmm. Yep. I mean, I kind of die here regardless, so doing my best to stay alive. I needed to attack there, get them to use it. They'll probably uptake Professor Onyx here, dig a little bit deeper, find the best card they've got. Hmm. See, Augusta itself isn't that good. It does pair well. Combat Professor in the bin. It's unfortunate because that is a decent card. That is a great card. You're going to give me a 1/1 counter on my creatures would be my guess. I don't think there's any way I survive. Give me the card. Interesting. But good game, opponent. Okay. Yep. Seemed good. Opponent does have some pretty strong stuff. Again, I don't think we're being aggressive enough for Snow Day, so I do like a reject in instead of that. Also duress. They kind of flew up quickly. What else do I like? Or is that kind of it? I think that's a little bit of everything that I saw. That's what I cared about anyway. Do we want another Mage Duel here? I don't think so. Mage Duel felt awkward in that match. Just didn't feel that great, so I think keeping it one Mage Duel seems okay. We'll run it back like this, see if bringing our curve down a little bit will help us, and see if we can actually be a little bit more aggressive on the opponent. Again, that matchup, slight mana problems, made us play a little bit behind. We were able to actually play the game, which was nice, so it wasn't permanent, but still wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. Happy to play first here. Triple Force is a little bit awkward, but I guess we're going to keep it. We've got nothing going on. Maybe that's a bad idea. I probably should have mulliganed. Oh, hindsight is 2020. Because Field Trip only uses Forest. I haven't played a Field Trip often enough to realize if it's that decent of a card or not. Turn 2 Scared Colony is decent. Opponent's got Lash of Malice. Got that other hand, that's nice. Leech Fanatic, sure. Would certainly love a Swamp myself. We're going to take Environmental Sciences here. I don't understand how we have basically all of our forests and nothing else. It's a bit bizarre. Let's Environmental Sciences take a Swamp, play a Swamp, and Blood Researcher. Force the opponent to make a decision. Not going to block here too. Go ahead and gain your life. Okay. Happy to play a Swamp myself. Go ahead and duress the opponent. Force them to make a decision now on what they're going to do. Too many good cards. I guess we do. It's not the best. Okay. Shield Mage comes out next turn. We're going to hold Baleful Mastery for Professor Onyx so that we just don't have to deal with it for too long. Okay. Very happy to play Pledge Mage here. If for some reason they get Onyx down and don't immediately use their ability, it'd be fantastic. I'd rather keep my creatures and kill off their Onyx rather than lose one, because that's what I anticipate happening is that they kill off the 5/5. But when they do it, I will go ahead and activate Baleful Mastery, get rid of it, gain a life, and grow Blood Researcher. Well, that's a thing too. Yeah. What will you give me here? I'm not incentivized to use Baleful Mastery super quickly here, so I am happy holding it for a turn. But I think Silverquill has to go, because I'd rather not let the opponent draw a card here. You may choose to. You may. Well, that's interesting. That's not the way I ever read that before. They have the 6 land. Interesting. Well, we're going to go ahead and get in for 7 here. We'll end our turn. I imagine they play Onyx. If they play something else, I'm happy to get rid of the Onyx. Play their 6 mana, forcing me to sacrifice. We're going to go ahead and exile Onyx here, gain our life, grow our Blood Researcher. Get rid of their Planeswalker. I have to get rid of Pledge Mage here. Silverquill will choose to do anything or no? Do need some removal though, because now I'm going to take 7 a turn in the air, and that's just going to be terrible. Probably making me lose the life, and then they're gaining the counter. No. Okay. I think they had me next turn if they got the counter, but as it is, I still think they have me next turn. was in trouble one way or another. Perhaps I should have got rid of the Silver Quill. I'll play the island just in case he gives me a card and I can use it to stabilize. They have to do counters here. If they don't do counters, they're giving up the game because currently they win. Yep. And they may lose a life, and you did the counters. Good. All right. Well, good games, opponent. That is the end of our Arena Open. We did pretty well. I must say, I'm impressed with the way it went, and I'm very happy with the games that we had. 2-1 here on the day. Of course, would have loved to go further and make it into day two, but that's life a little bit. Maybe next time. Hopefully, as we continue to play and continue to build a bit of a community, we'll be able to join a few more of these events and see about really, really going ham and making it a day two. But today it just wasn't for us. Perhaps it was a misplay. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Should I have killed Shadrax there versus Professor Onyx? For me, I couldn't really think it through super well. I didn't expect them to have the Elder Dragon, but um, yeah, I was just stuck in trying to think if I want them to have the card draw and the drain spells, or if I needed to get rid of the dragon. That was going to be a problem too. I felt like I had more removal for the dragon than I did for Professor Onyx herself. But that is what it is. It looks like our server is crashed again, so I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here, and we'll come right back for the recap of our deck. Alrighty, it actually took a bit of work to get back in here. Wasn't the easiest reconnection to the server. Alright, so let's open up our deck here. And you see our pool a little bit. Cards that we didn't play here on the left. We didn't play all three Barian books. I think that was the right call. I think more would have been hard. We did in main deck Duress. Perhaps that was a bit of a foolish mistake. Maybe I should have. Um, Go Blank also a good card, but didn't necessarily fit. Essence Infusion works with, one of our cards, but wasn't great overall. Didn't play Channel, but didn't really have anything to use Channel with. Had Croson Grip that we could use if we needed to. We used it against that white deck that had the enchantment. Mage Duel. Didn't play Demagoth Titan, but we didn't have the other Witherbloom cards that would really make that work well. Introduction to Annihilation was great. Environmental Science really made the deck tick. Without that, we would have been in some trouble. Fractal Summoning was a fine card to pick up too. So what we did end up playing, however, was Valentin and Lisette. Again, Valentin, it's a good card. I think in Constructed, they work really well together. When you're only going to get one of them, Lisette is the stronger pick in Limited. And she was. She really turned the deck on and started overpowering the opponent really quickly once she hit the battlefield and stuck around. We had Eliminate, which is great. We never drew our Hunt for Specimens, interestingly. I wish we would have. A lot of times that would have been a beneficial card for us. Poet's Quill really was fantastic. Very, very strong card. Devouring Tendrils, the same. Did some great work for us. Decisive Denial we used well, too. Scared Colony we used in every game. Mage Duel was fine. It felt awkward in some matches, which I think we kind of knew. Sedgemoor Witch is fantastic, as always. Baleful Mastery, also a great card. Spectre, Quandrix Cultivator was really good. Pledge Mage. Snow Day was one that is quick to remove, and I think we're just playing against more aggressive decks, and I don't think Snow Days are that good in aggressive decks, to be quite honest. And so, for me, if I'm looking at this deck, what I'm finding as the key card, the card that won us the game most often, I'm kind of thinking it was Poet's Quill, to be quite honest. I think that Poet's Quill kind of pulled it together and it gave us the cards we needed when we needed them. Um, I think that's my pick as far as card that there is. So it'll be the thumbnail for this one as well. But I hope you enjoyed these games. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, come back for some more. Of course, the more people who are liking, seeing my videos, subscribing, the more that we'll actually be able to participate in events like this one, which is a lot of fun. And I really hope that next time we can do a little bit more and perhaps make it day two. That's my goal. Anyway, I'm grateful for you. Thanks for joining me. And if you like these videos, please hit that like button. Helps out a lot. Really helps the algorithm get it out to more people so more people can see these videos and participate with us. Thanks again, and see y'all at the next draft.